This is Unity Radio Online, uniting through music.
Yes, Unity Radio Online, you're listening to the Drifty Show, 17 minutes past 2 o'clock, and as I said, do you know who we have in the building today? Do we? Should I say it? Let me say it. We have the one and only Gene Noble in the building today.
Wake me up, 'cause I don't wanna sleep no more.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
It's good, man. Good to be
I'm
here.
alright. How you doing? I know you're a busy guy. How's
Yeah,
that?
man. I'm chilling. Just excited to be in London.
Yeah.
Glad to be here to talk to you.
How you finding London so far?
Loving it, man. Loving it. It's always a good vibes here, man.
You checked out Nando's?
Of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
man, that's one of our. It's our what do we call it? It's our Popeyes for you lot.
Yeah, I guess.
Something
Yeah,
like-
everybody
yeah.
likes Nando's.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
guys have Popeyes here?
No, we don't
No.
have Popeyes, but we have KFC.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, we have Dixie.
Okay.
We have
okay.
Dixie chicken. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's similar. It's not the same, but you
It's
know.
hood chicken.
Yeah. It is what it is. So I know you actually had a performance last night at Tooting, right?
Yeah.
How did that all go?
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was
I
amazing.
actually saw your Instagram.
Yeah, we
Tell
did
us about it.
Tooting Tram and Social. That was dope.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah, man, I'm just excited that the movement's building, and we had a nice show last night, packed house, and
Wow.
we just went in there and killed it, man. It was cool.
How was the love and support from the London fans?
Amazing. It's weird because it's different vibes. Like America is more like immediate response, like loud, but like afterwards everybody was like, all excited about it. So I wasn't sure like during. I'm like, yo, are they feeling it or what?
Yeah.
But I'm just understanding the British crowd now, and it was fun. It was fun. It was amazing.
So whilst you're on stage, let's say if you're not getting reception from the crowd, how do you take that in whilst you're still performing?
I don't know. I'm learning because the thing is, I'm learning also that the type of singer that I am, that people are quiet because they're listening. They're like, wow, like kind of more like
They're listening
in
to
awe
your
or
soulful
whatever.
voice,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm trying to learn that. Okay, I don't need the big reaction. I just
Yeah.
need everybody to sit back and chill and just know that they're enjoying it. So
That's
it's
nice.
more just like trusting my instincts. You know what I mean?
And how do you prepare for shows like that? Like, do you have do you have your own remedy as an artist? Do you sip some brandy? Do you like some candles? What do you do? What's your
You know what?
process?
Me, I really, I try to like completely just go through my day like it's a regular day.
Yeah.
Like I try to give that moment, whatever that moment's gonna be. You know what I mean? Like I try to have an individual moment with every single show,
Yeah.
every single experience. So that's what I try.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Because I know you've been doing music for how long now?
Man, I've been doing music really my whole life.
Yeah.
But professionally since like high school, and so and I've been touring obviously with a lot of different artists and writing for other artists, and now I'm finally doing my own thing. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
I mean, you were songwriting from the age of 5, right?
Yeah, I started. Well, we had a piano in the house,
Yeah.
and I was a really quiet kid, so I used to just write all the time. Maybe poetry, maybe raps, maybe whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I was just always writing stuff. Like I used to talk to my mom through writing, so I would like slip a letter under her door. Like, that's how quiet. That's how quiet.
Your
it
form
was.
of communication,
Yeah.
right?
And then like the piano and all those kinds of things like became ways for me to express myself. You know what I mean? To communicate, and then that's just how everything evolved.
So you kind of knew from an early age music was what you wanted to do, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's crazy because when I was really young, I didn't really recognize it as anything special because my whole family's musical. But then when I went out into the world and realized that everybody didn't sit around singing and playing the piano and creating songs and stuff, then I was like, oh, okay, so this is what I want to do then,
Since that process started, have you ever, because I know as an artist, the journey you go through, I'm not saying certain things knock you off, but certain things that, am I really doing the right thing? Do I really want to get into this industry?
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those moments?
Oh yeah, you have those moments all the time, but I think there's always like, at the same time, another moment that'll like snap you back into reality. You're like, wow, I'm on the right path. You know what I mean? You get little landmarks along the way. Like, okay, you're going the right way. Like, do this. You know what I mean? So,
God is good, right?
yeah, all the time.
Good. So you've also done backup vocals for Usher, right?
Yeah.
Name a few of it. Wow. Wow. Tell us about that.
It's cool. You know, Usher's amazing. You know, obviously I grew up listening to him and, you know, idolizing him as a, you know, a singer. And so to work with,
you know what I mean?
So to work with, you know, someone who really is the biggest R&B artist that, you know, there is. I mean, you know, Confessions is one of the biggest R&B albums of all time. So to be able to learn from him and just watch him every day is just, it's an incredible experience. And I've learned already so much. And just to kind of like have him give me that extra push to be like, yo man, go ahead, do your thing. Like you need to go out there, you need to push yourself. You know?
That from artists like that.
It's incredible. It's a good feeling because, like I said, it lets you know that you're on the right path. You know what I mean? Like for him to be like, yo, I see you out here doing your shows. I see you out here doing your thing, man. Like I'm really proud of you. Like keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting for it.
Keep going,
like, that's a great, you know, it's a great feeling.
Yeah. So tell us about the support as well. Like how's the support been from family, friends since day one to the present day?
You know what? It's like, I mean, I've always had a very strong support system, but I think even that has grown as things have progressed. You know, the farther I get, the more people kind of like are like, oh, okay, like, you know.
I see you.
I see you. Exactly. You know how it is. You know what I mean? Like when you start telling your friends about your dreams or whatever things you want to do, they be like, yeah, all right. But then once they see like one or two things that like start to make them be like, oh, okay, you're really gonna do this. You know what I mean? And then more people like be like, all right, so I'm with it. You know. So.
Definitely, man. You gotta keep going, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Got to keep going.
Yeah.
So the EP, debut EP.
Yeah.
Rebirth of Noble.
Yeah. Rebirth of Gene. Yeah.
Rebirth of Gene. Sorry,
Yes.
my mistake. How did the concept come about? How? Tell us. We want to know every sort of. We are groupies right now. Tell us.
Yeah. So basically, I was writing these songs and they were coming to me and everything. And then I had a birthday and I realized that I lived longer than my dad. My dad, you know, died very young. He was in the military. And so I wanted to do something to kind of honor my dad. And my dad's name was Gene, which is where I get my middle name from.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's where Rebirth of Gene came from. It was just, you know, me remembering a time when I, you know, lost myself in music to kind of like, you know, get over the whole thing of losing my dad or whatever. And it was just kind of that same space I wanted to be in where I was just giving my honest, you know, vulnerable self to the music again, you know, and just doing it for me,
So your music is basically formed or stemmed from your life experiences.
Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. I write everything, and so it's always been like about writing and getting it out there, you know.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. I mean, one thing when the artist talks from the heart, that you can't dispute that.
Yeah, for sure, exactly.
You have to take it in.
It's true. It's true. I've always been the type of singer that, you know, I can sing songs that other people wrote. But I always love to have like a song that speaks to me specifically, and there's no better way to do that than to have something that you wrote. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So I mean, you're a guy of multi-talents, singer, songwriter. What comes easiest for you? I know that's a weird question, right? Easiest, is it easy?
Well, I think naturally, you know, melody and lyric, you know, is something that comes natural for me. So I'm always writing, you know, I'm always thinking of a song. So songs are always coming to me, so that's pretty easy.
So songs come to you, or do you have to put yourself in an element where, okay, I'm gonna sit down and write an emotional song today? Or
no, you know, I really all day long just jot down lines in my phone or like, you know, anything that I think of, like whether it be one line or one word or a song title that I think is dope or just something, any kind of ideas, I jot them down in my phone all day long, like every day. So I'm just pure
24/7.
Yeah. So that's always happening. And melodies, you know, I find melodies in, you know, everything. I'm always doing an alternate melody even when I hear just any music playing. So that's all the time. And singing, I've been doing that since birth. So that's, you know, that
came out of the room singing.
Yeah, you know.
So every artist on their project, once they finally see their album or EP, they kind of have, this is my favorite track, this is my best collaboration, or what's your personal favorite track on this EP?
It's hard to say because it changes from day to day because it's like a different feel. But I would say Wherever You Are is probably I feel like that's my favorite song that I ever wrote, period. So that's that, you know, that. And I love All I Give a F About. That's probably my other favorite on there. So
what's that about? It sounds like What's that about?
It was just it's because that song I wrote like just a freestyle in the booth kind of thing, and it was just one of those emotional moments where you just like expressing yourself and a feeling that you probably should express to somebody else, but you just can't. So you just say it. Yeah.
Would you say one form of why you do music is to communicate your stories to the public?
Always, yeah, always. I mean, I feel like, when I was young, that's how, I always had like songs or artists that I would listen to express the things that I couldn't say, you know what I mean? Like R. Kelly was one of those people, like there was just so many artists that I grew up listening to that would help me express the things that I wanted to say. And so now, I've kind of become that.
And Prince is another one of your
biggest
influences,
right?
right?
Yeah, Prince, D'Angelo, so.
Wow. So how would you describe your sort of sound for people who are listening right now and don't know about you? They're sure gonna know about you today.
Yeah. You know what? I kind of call it like future throwback because it kind of like it's throwback in the sense that I'm really using my voice. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of times now people are afraid to use their voice to its full potential. Everybody's kind of holding back or whatever. I don't really hold back. I just do whatever.
Go all out. That's what you're getting from Gino.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why I call it like a little throwback. But it's future because it's also like sound different elements and everything like that. We're just kind of pushing the sound of music a bit. So
definitely. I mean, music is just it's experimental.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, it shouldn't be boxed in. You should
never be boxed in. I mean, whichever way you can express your feelings and emotions, you do it.
It's true. Yeah,
you do it. For real.
Yeah.
So collaborations, are there any collaborations on the EP that we can expect?
This one I did pretty much by myself. I had one song that I did with Emilio Rojas. He's an MC out of New York, which he's amazing. And this new one that's coming up, there's gonna be a lot of collaboration.
New project already?
Yeah.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
So, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I've started it, and it's coming together pretty well. And it's more the same, just more good music, just more music.
Just on your grind.
Yeah, man.
I like that. I like that.
For sure.
So future aspirations after this next project, what sort of other things can we expect from you? You coming back to London to visit us?
Of course, I'm coming back as many times as y'all will have.
The doors are always open.
I appreciate it. Immediately, I have a show here on Sunday at Box Park, so I'm doing just a little acoustic set Sunday. Then I go to Paris, I have a show in Paris, I have a show in Berlin. I'm also going to just be home writing and getting some more things together. I have a song that's about to come out with Wolfgang Gartner, he's a DJ here. Yeah. I also have another song that's coming out with Pitbull and Shaggy. And so, I'm just...
You heard that everywhere, all over the world. How does it feel honestly, as a person to another person, are you overwhelmed by everything? Are you...
it's amazing. Last night was great. Last night was amazing to obviously I was in the O2 Arena last week with Usher, and that's always great. But for me, it's my shows are the ones that are the ones that feel better. Feel good to me. You know what I mean? Because
people out there to support you.
Exactly, and I get to express myself freely in the way that I would like to. So to step on stage last night and it be a packed house and me be in London, however many thousands of miles away from home, and getting that love from the people, that was amazing. And that's what feels good. You know what I mean? So I'm overwhelmed by that.
Do you get homesick?
Sometimes, but luckily we have technology now, you know what I mean? So
it's just a message away,
right?
Tweet away.
Exactly. And honestly, London feels like home, you know what I mean? I'm from New York, so London and New York are very similar cities.
Yeah, they are, right?
And so I don't really miss much from New York when I'm in London, you know what I mean? Like even just simple things like, around my hood, like I could go to a Caribbean spot. I could go to a Caribbean spot here, and it's
we
just
have
as
some
good.
peppers and spice.
Yeah, so it's like it feels like home. So I don't feel like too lost here. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And where would you see yourself in like 5 years' time?
I would see myself still creating music, making more music, doing bigger shows on a bigger scale. Collaborating with more artists. Hopefully some artists here. And just continuing to make music. That's it.
Always like everyone has to track back. My
Yeah,
first
it's
day.
been
Where
a
was
long
that?
time. I feel like it was like roller skating.
That's dope.
Yeah, it was roller
That's
skating.
dope. I mean, I've heard most people say some. I've heard chicken shop.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've heard the chicken
Yeah,
shop.
it was there's a where I live at. There's a place called United Skates of America. It's
Yeah.
like a big skating rink, and that's where my first date was.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's better than mine. What was your most embarrassing moment of 2015 so far?
Oh,
And I know we all have one.
Oh, I have one once a day or once a week. My most embarrassing moment of 2015. Dang. I gotta think of this. In the moment, it's always funny, but then you like forget it, try to block it out.
I know, right? I know.
Dang, what's my most embarrassing moment of 2015?
Let's take care.
I know. Let me think. Well, on tour, I was calling somebody by the wrong name, like
Ooh.
for like months, and then when someone like called them by their right name, I like corrected them, like, no, that's whatever, and it wasn't, and they were like, no, that's and I thought that their name was what I was calling them for all this time, and they just never corrected me, so that was pretty embarrassing.
Wow.
So I'll go with that one.
Wow. That's wow.
Yeah.
And last but not least, what is your most common phrase or word you use? I know we all have, me personally, I have this thing called dictionary. When I make up a word,
Okay.
dictionary.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of my friends say that I speak a different language because all words mean something different to me in my little circle than they do out there. What I say it all the time.
Let's hear some of these words.
Oh, what do I say all the time? I'm trying to say. Man, I don't know. I have probably so many like little things. My friends probably can tell you better than I can tell you. Let me think. I say petty a lot. I say that things
Petty.
are petty. Yeah, like a lot of things are petty. Like, people are petty, things are petty. So like I say, petty is like a big word in my vocabulary these days. So.
I'm gonna take that word right out of your vocabulary. Right. So before we let you go, we want your shout outs, your Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. Where can people find you?
For sure. SoundCloud.com/GNoble. That's typically where I put like all my covers, or if I do a flip of anybody's song, I'll do that there. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff at IamGNoble. So that's at IamGNoble, GENENOBLE. Or anything else you want to know, shows, more information. My music, of course, is out on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify. I got my own Pandora channel. So yeah, you guys can hit me up on any of that stuff. But gnoble.com for any other information, show dates, or whatever. So there you go.
G-Noble, thank you so much for coming through. I actually want to say shout out to Royston for making the connection.
Yeah,
happen
for
as
sure.
well.
Thank you, man. Royston.
You know where we are. I wish you all the best in your
For
career.
sure, man. I can't wait to be back with you, man. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Rock the funky beats, the funky beats. This is Unity Radio Online, uniting through music.
What up, y'all? It's your boy G Noble, chilling with Unity Radio Online. You can find me at gnoble.com and at IamGNoble on IG and Facebook and Twitter, all that stuff.
This is Unity Radio Online, uniting through music.